Hello, I'm Dr. Benjamin Scott. And today I want to talk to you about something you've probably heard many times before, but usually explained in a very superficial way. Eat better. Exercise. Sleep well. Simple advice, yes, but rarely properly understood. The reality is that most people don't have a lack of information. They have a lack of understanding. They don't realize what is actually happening inside their body when these habits are neglected. Your body does not work randomly. It works through precise biology. Every decision you make during the day has a direct impact on your energy, your brain, your hormones, your immune system, and your emotional state. And when you optimize those systems, you don't become someone else, you become your most efficient version. That's why today I want to explain 10 habits. Not as a quick checklist, but as a way to truly understand how your body works. We start with the first one. 1. Sleep, 7 to 9 hours. Sleeping 7 to 9 hours is not a generic recommendation. It is a biological necessity. During deep sleep, the body repairs itself, the brain consolidates memory, hormones such as ghrelin and leptin are regulated, cortisol decreases, and the lymphatic system becomes active, clearing waste from the brain. Poor sleep is not just tiredness. It is accumulated biological dysfunction. A person who sleeps poorly thinks worse, makes poorer decisions, experiences more anxiety, and unconsciously eats worse. And the most dangerous part is that the brain adapts to that state and normalizes it. 2. Daily walking. Daily walking is one of the most underrated habits. It improves circulation, insulin sensitivity, cardiovascular health, and brain function. It also has a direct effect on stress regulation. When we walk, the brain enters a more creative and emotionally stable state. It is not intense exercise, but it is consistent. And consistency is what truly changes the body. 3. Whole food nutrition. Your body is made from what you eat. Every cell, every tissue, and every hormone depends directly on nutrients. When the diet is based on ultra-processed foods, the body receives poor nutritional information, low-grade inflammation increases, hormonal regulation becomes disrupted, and unexplained fatigue appears. When you eat real food, minimally processed, nutrient-dense foods, the opposite happens. More stable energy, better digestion, better appetite control, and improved mental performance. 4. Strength training. Strength training is not just about aesthetics. It is long-term health. Muscle is a metabolically active tissue. It regulates glucose, protects joints, improves posture, and reduces injury risk. It also has a direct impact on functional longevity, your ability to move, remain independent, and maintain quality of life as you age. From around age 30, if you do not train strength, you begin to gradually lose muscle mass. And although this process is slow, its long-term consequences are significant. 5. Hydration. Hydration is essential. Even mild dehydration can affect concentration, memory, mood, and physical performance. The problem is that thirst appears late. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already partially dehydrated. Many people live in a constant state of suboptimal hydration without realizing it, and they interpret it as fatigue, lack of motivation, or mental fog. 6. Sunlight exposure. Sunlight is not only important for vitamin D. It is a fundamental biological signal for your body. Your organism runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, which regulates when you should be awake and when you should sleep. Morning sunlight is the strongest signal that synchronizes that clock. When you get natural light early in the day, serotonin production increases, mood improves, and your body understands that it is time to be active. That same signal also helps melatonin release properly at night, improving sleep quality. When someone spends most of the day indoors with little natural light, this system becomes disrupted. That can lead to poor sleep, chronic fatigue, and mood instability. 7. Stress management. Stress is not the problem. Chronic stress is the problem. Acute stress is useful. It activates you, protects you, and helps you respond to challenges. But when stress becomes constant, the body remains in a prolonged state of alert. Cortisol stays elevated, and this affects sleep, digestion, immune function, and concentration. The key issue is that the body does not distinguish between real danger and psychological stress. Both trigger the same response system. That is why learning to regulate stress is not optional. It is a biological necessity. 8. Reducing ultra-processed foods. Ultra-processed foods are not just food. They are products designed to be hyper-palatable, meaning engineered to make you eat more than you need. They disrupt satiety signals, cause glucose spikes, and create unstable energy regulation. This leads to fatigue after eating, rapid hunger return, and difficulty concentrating. Reducing them does not mean eliminating them completely, but regaining control over your diet. 9. Daily learning. The brain is not a fixed organ. It is a plastic organ. This means it physically changes through experience and learning. When you learn something new neural connections are formed and strengthened. This improves memory, processing speed, and cognitive adaptability. It also helps reduce cognitive decline over time. It does not matter whether it is reading, studying, or learning a new skill. What matters is consistent mental stimulation. 10. Social relationships. Social relationships have a direct impact on health. Humans are not designed to live in isolation. Social connections influence immune function, stress levels, life expectancy, and emotional well-being. Chronic loneliness has been linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline. Healthy relationships do not necessarily mean having many people around you, but having quality connections with trust, support, and emotional stability. And that is the end of the 10 habits. None of them are complicated. The problem is not knowing them. The problem is applying them. Health is not improved by information. It is improved by repeated daily decisions. If this video helped you, feel free to leave a comment and tell me which habit you are going to start first. I'm Dr. Benjamin Scott. Your body doesn't need perfection. It needs coherence. See you in the next video. Ability. It also helps reduce cognitive decline over time. It does not matter whether it is reading, studying, or learning a new skill. What matters is consistent mental stimulation. 10. Social relationships. Social relationships have a direct impact on health. Humans are not designed to live in isolation. Social connections influence immune function, stress levels, life expectancy, and emotional well-being. Chronic loneliness has been linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease and cognitive decline. Healthy relationships do not necessarily mean having many people around you, but having quality connections with trust, support, and emotional stability. And that is the end of the 10 habits. None of them are complicated. The problem is not knowing them. The problem is applying them. Health is not improved by information. It is improved by repeated daily decisions. If this video helped you, feel free to leave a comment and tell me which habit you are going to start first. I'm Dr. Benjamin Scott. Your body doesn't need perfection. It needs coherence. See you in the next video.